What's going on, everyone? Henry Kaminski here from uniquedesignz.net with another daily gem for you guys. Today's daily gem is all about why certain brands catch on. So let me dive into this for a second, kind of bring you in and take you through this little experience with me, because I got a really good example today that I want to showcase. But before we get into continuing our conversation with why we need to be paying attention to the keys that grow our brands, I want to dive into what exactly that means. And it comes down to two things: the nuts and bolts of it all and the marketplace. So you got to have both in check to have a thriving business. So we spend a ton of time talking about the foundational things that you need to do to create a great brand. Now we're going to be talking about what to do with them and how to expand your footprint in the marketplace. So the first thing that I want you guys to understand is this. You can have two brands that do the exact same thing in the exact same way, but they produce very different results. One catches on while the other fizzles out. How does this happen? What makes a brand grow like the wind's at its back, and then the other one is constantly struggling like it's going uphill all the time? So have you ever really looked at why certain brands catch on like wildfire while the other ones are burning at the stake without a shot in hell to survive? So I want to point out a couple of brands that are doing really, really well, that are sticky brands. For example, look at DC Shoe Company. Look at Under Armour. Look at Monster Energy Drink. What makes these brands so powerful? And this is the kind of stuff that I study, because this is the stuff that keeps me up at night, quite frankly. But it helps me in a tremendous amount of ways. One, it helps me differentiate myself from my competition, but it also helps me with working with my clients and helping their brands pop at the same time. So anyways, why are certain brands dominating and why are certain brands failing every single day? And so I want to get into that conversation, and I want to bring up a really awesome example. And it's a guy by the name of Rob Dyrdek. So if you don't know who Rob Dyrdek is basically why MTV is still around. And he's a creator. He's a branding expert. I mean, this guy, he comes out with like a new brand every month. And he started as a professional skateboarder, got into entrepreneurship, and then just crushed it. So how does he do it? How does he turn every brand he touches into gold? And so I'm going to share with you a couple of examples on why he's so damn powerful and why he's created such a brand for himself. But first, I want to ask this question. Is it what a brand stands for that is more important than the product that it sells? So this is the essence that I want you to get today. Which is more important, what a brand stands for or what the product it sells? So again, going back to the Rob Dyrdek example, this guy has great products, don't get me wrong, but the one thing that this guy's got nailed down is how he evokes emotion, how his brands evoke emotion, and how his brands connect with his customers. Every single brand that he comes out with, including his own, you know exactly what they stand for. And that's inspiring. From day one of following this guy, within 5 minutes, I knew his backstory, which made me realize why he's doing what he's doing today. And again, he's not afraid to put himself out there either. You got to see this guy. He's a trip. But his why trumps his what. every single day. His why trumps his what every single day. What does that mean? He takes you behind the scenes. You go watch this guy's social media. He takes you behind the scenes on everything that he's doing, number one. And number two, he's 100% authentic in everything that he does. And the amount of social currency, and we'll talk about social currency in the next couple of days, that this guy delivers is just off the charts. And knowing where this guy started from and where he's at today, again, it creates an amazing amount of emotion inside of me personally, because I've been following him for so long. But it evokes it in his audience as well. His audience are his biggest fans, his cheerleaders, and he's got this family-oriented aura around everything that he does, because he understands that people buy from emotion. And you've heard me say this 1,000 times. So my question is this. Do you have a meaningful story behind your brand? And does it evoke emotion? And does your clients know your story? And do they even care about it? Is the next question. But the key to all of this, guys, is understanding that your brand story is what's going to differentiate you from everything else. So that's what makes certain brands catch on and lets others fizzle out, because of what those brands' founders are focused on. They're focused on the messaging. They're focusing in on the why and what they stand for versus the products themselves. The products will sell themselves once the audience in the marketplace understand the why behind it all. And there you have it. It's really not that hard if you break it down. So hope you enjoyed this live, guys. If you find these daily gems valuable, please share them. Please like it. Drop some comments. Let me know. If you have topics of conversation that you want me to dive into, let me know. I'm down. So have an awesome day, guys, and I'll catch you on tomorrow's Daily Gem. Talk soon.